Heartland has always been a show about healing, family, and quiet moments that change lives. And if season 20 really happens, it may bring one of the biggest turning points this series has ever seen. After the emotional and intense season 19 finale, fans were left with more questions than answers. And that is exactly why the idea of a season 20 trailer has sparked so much excitement. If we imagine how the story could move forward, one thing becomes clear right away: season 20 would not slow down. It would pick up right where everything stopped, with Amy standing at a crossroads between her past and a future she never planned, but may be ready to embrace. The proposal from Nathan changed the entire direction of Amy's life. It was not just a romantic moment, but a statement of commitment, trust, and sacrifice. Nathan proved throughout season 19 that he is willing to put Amy and Lindy first, even when it costs him relationships, comfort, and control. Because of that, a season 20 trailer would likely focus on Amy finally accepting that this is not just a temporary chapter, but something real and lasting. The tone would be emotional but hopeful, showing Amy slowly coming to terms with the idea that loving again does not mean forgetting Ty, but honoring the life she continues to build after loss. In a review-style look at season 20, the idea of Amy and Nathan starting a family together feels like a natural progression, rather than a shock. Heartland has always handled big life changes with patience, and a potential pregnancy storyline would not be rushed. Instead, it would be layered with emotion, doubt, and growth. Amy has already experienced motherhood, but becoming a mother again, this time with Nathan, would open up new fears and new joys. The trailer would likely hint at this with subtle moments rather than direct confirmation, letting the audience feel the weight of what is coming without spelling everything out. Nathan, on the other hand, would be stepping into something completely new. He has never had a child, and that alone makes the possibility of a baby incredibly meaningful. Season 20 could explore his excitement mixed with uncertainty, especially as he continues to earn his place not only beside Amy, but within the Heartland family itself. His bond with Lindy has already grown naturally, and a new baby would deepen his connection to this life he has chosen. A trailer teasing this storyline would probably highlight his quiet smiles, his protective instincts, and his desire to build something stable and loving. At the same time, Heartland season 20 would still remain grounded in its core themes. This would not be a dramatic or chaotic season filled with villains and constant conflict. Instead, it would focus on emotional transitions, internal struggles, and the kind of challenges that come with change. Amy questioning whether she can balance her responsibilities, her heart, and her future would be a central focus. The idea of expanding her family would force her to reflect on everything she has survived, and everything she still hopes for. If a season 20 trailer were released, it would likely leave viewers with a sense of calm anticipation rather than shock. The possibility of Amy and Nathan having a baby would not feel like a twist, but like the next step in a long journey. It would remind fans why Heartland has lasted so long, because it tells stories that grow slowly, honestly, and with deep respect for the characters. And from the very first moments, season 20 would make it clear that this chapter is about building a future, not escaping the past. Season 20 would likely open with Amy and Nathan adjusting to life after the proposal, and the tension here would not come from external threats, but from the emotional and personal challenges that come with big decisions. Amy has always been someone who feels deeply, and her attachment to Heartland Ranch makes any change incredibly difficult. Moving forward with Nathan, possibly relocating to a new ranch, and preparing for a future that includes a baby would test her in ways the audience hasn't seen before. This season could explore the quiet, internal struggles that make Amy so relatable: her fears about letting go of the past, her desire to protect Lindy, and her hesitation to fully trust that happiness can last. Nathan, meanwhile, would continue to be the steady anchor in Amy's life. But this season could explore how even the strongest, most caring people face challenges when their lives expand beyond what they've known. A potential storyline about welcoming a child into their lives could show Nathan's vulnerability and excitement, balancing the confidence he shows in daily life with the real uncertainty of becoming a parent. For the first time, season 20 could focus on his emotional journey as much as Amy's, showing him learning to navigate parenting while keeping the foundation of trust and love strong. Lindy's role in season 20 would also be crucial. As Amy's child, she has already formed a bond with Nathan, but this season could highlight the delicate process of adjusting to a new family dynamic. Even if she loves Nathan, a new baby would introduce changes she may struggle to understand at first. A careful, emotionally layered depiction of Lindy's feelings could make the season incredibly heartfelt, showing the audience that family is more than shared spaces, it's shared experiences, understanding, And growth. The trailer for season 20 would likely tease these dynamics without giving too much away. Moments of laughter, quiet bonding, and subtle glances would hint at the emotional depth the season promises. Unlike previous seasons that focused on external conflict like stolen cattle or family rivalries, season 20 would lean into internal drama, the kind that resonates because it feels real and human. Fans would watch Amy navigating her new life, Nathan learning patience and resilience, and Lindy adjusting to a world that is evolving alongside her. At the same time, other Heartland characters would continue their arcs, offering stability and continuity. Jack and Lou might focus more on mentoring and family life rather than constant conflicts, while Dex and River could showcase a smoother, happier dynamic. Even Katie's storyline could take on a calmer, more reflective tone, allowing fans to enjoy a season filled with growth and resolution rather than chaos. Season 20 could become a celebration of Heartland's characters reaching their full potential, facing life's joys and challenges in ways that feel earned and satisfying. The trailer would also likely hint at milestones that fans have long anticipated, such as settling into a new home, forming deeper family bonds, and possibly welcoming the long-awaited addition to Amy and Nathan's life. The narrative would feel purposeful, with every scene reinforcing the idea that this is a season about growth, love, and embracing life's next chapter. And while season 20 might not rely on dramatic twists, it could still feel intensely gripping, because emotional stakes like love, family, and parenthood are often the most compelling of all. Season 20 of Heartland, if we imagine it following the natural progression of Amy and Nathan's journey, could be one of the most emotionally resonant seasons this series has ever produced. With Amy possibly accepting Nathan's proposal, the focus would likely shift toward building a future together, rather than constantly battling outside challenges. The emotional weight of the season would center on family, growth, and the anticipation of a new addition to their lives. Amy's journey would remain at the heart of the story, and viewers would witness her navigating the delicate balance between her past, her responsibilities as a mother to Lindy, and the excitement and uncertainty of embracing a new chapter with Nathan. One of the most compelling aspects of season 20 could be Amy's inner conflict. Moving away from Heartland Ranch, a place steeped in memories and emotional significance, would not be easy. Every corner of the ranch holds echoes of her past moments shared with Ty, time spent with family, and the countless experiences that shaped who she is today. Even with Nathan's unwavering support, Amy might struggle with the idea of leaving behind the life she has always known. This conflict could form the emotional backbone of the season, giving audiences a sense of tension and realism. Viewers would feel her hesitation, her nostalgia, and her moments of doubt, all while rooting for her to embrace the future she truly deserves. Nathan's role in this season would also deepen significantly. Unlike in previous seasons where he demonstrated his dedication through decisive actions and problem-solving, season 20 could explore his emotional depth in new ways. As someone who has never had children, Nathan facing the prospect of fatherhood could be both thrilling and overwhelming. The season might highlight his quiet moments of reflection, the way he prepares to step into this new role, and how he continues to prove to Amy and Lindy that he is a trustworthy and loving partner. The contrast between Nathan's previous life full of stability, work, and responsibility and the dynamic, emotional growth required to start a family could be an engaging storyline that resonates deeply with audiences. Lindy's perspective would be equally important in the season. As a child already attached to both her mother and Nathan, she represents a bridge between the past and the future. Season 20 could explore her emotional responses to the evolving family dynamic, including her feelings about a new baby. While she may be excited, there could also be moments of uncertainty or jealousy, reflecting realistic emotions that children experience when family structures change. The portrayal of Lindy's growth and adaptation could add a layer of authenticity to the season, making the audience feel invested in the well-being of the entire family unit. The trailer for season 20 would likely tease these storylines through subtle, yet emotionally charged moments. Scenes showing Amy's quiet contemplation, Nathan's supportive gestures, and Lindy's small but meaningful reactions could convey the depth of change, without revealing all the details. Heartland has always excelled in building emotional resonance through simple, heartfelt interactions, and this season could continue that tradition while introducing new milestones that keep viewers engaged. A trailer might focus on the couple sharing tender moments while discussing their future, Nathan reassuring Amy as she hesitates, and Lindy slowly understanding the joy a new baby could bring. These moments would create anticipation, leaving fans eager to see how the story unfolds. Season 20 could also explore practical challenges alongside the emotional journey. Moving to a new ranch, managing daily life, and preparing for a baby would naturally introduce small conflicts that feel realistic and relatable. Amy and Nathan could face disagreements about how to organize their lives, where to live, or how to approach parenthood, showing that even the most loving couples encounter challenges. These conflicts would not be dramatic in the traditional sense. They wouldn't involve villains or outside threats, but they would be emotionally compelling, highlighting the everyday struggles that come with love, commitment, and family life. Other Heartland characters would continue to play crucial supporting roles in Season 20. Jack's mentorship of Dex, Lou's focus on family, and the ongoing friendships and relationships among the adults would provide a sense of continuity and warmth. Their presence would help Amy and Nathan navigate transitions, while reinforcing the strong sense of community that defines Heartland. Meanwhile, secondary storylines, such as River and Katie's relationship or minor conflicts among friends, could offer lighthearted or reflective moments, creating a balanced mix of drama, emotion, and joy throughout the season. Ultimately, the possibility of Amy and Nathan welcoming a baby would serve as the emotional centerpiece of Season 20. It would symbolize hope, continuity, and the culmination of a journey that began long before the season. The audience would experience the couple's anticipation, excitement, and sometimes anxiety, making the storyline both heartwarming and relatable. This narrative could also reinforce Heartland's core themes: family, love, growth, and resilience, while giving viewers a sense of closure and fulfillment that many have been waiting for throughout the series. In terms of pacing and tone, Season 20 would likely maintain Heartland's signature style: steady, emotionally grounded storytelling with moments of tension, reflection, and joy interwoven naturally. It wouldn't rely on sudden plot twists or excessive drama. Instead, it would draw viewers in through authentic, character-driven storytelling. Every decision, conversation, and emotional beat would feel earned, and fans would be reminded why Heartland has remained such a beloved series for so long. The potential trailer could capture this balance perfectly, teasing the anticipation of a baby, the development of relationships, and the steps Amy and Nathan take toward building a shared life. Subtle hints like Nathan preparing a room, Amy looking contemplative, or Lindy expressing curiosity would speak volumes without needing explicit exposition. This approach would mirror Heartland's long-standing tradition of showing rather than telling, creating emotional resonance and excitement for what's to come. By focusing on family growth, personal challenges, and the beauty of everyday life, Season 20 could become one of the most meaningful seasons in Heartland's history. Amy and Nathan's journey would serve as both a continuation and a culmination of their story, showing how love, patience, and resilience can guide a family through transitions, uncertainty, and joy. For longtime fans, this season could be a deeply satisfying exploration of the characters they have grown to care about, offering emotional payoffs that feel authentic, earned, and heartwarming. The season could also remind viewers that Heartland has always been more than dramatic twists or external conflicts. It's a story about life: the challenges, the triumphs, and the quiet, meaningful moments that define who we are. Watching Amy, Nathan, and Lindy navigate new responsibilities, celebrate milestones, and embrace the future could be incredibly compelling, offering a narrative that is both relatable and inspiring. In this way, Season 20 would not just continue the story, it would honor the journey these characters have undertaken for nearly 2 decades, giving fans a sense of closure, hope, and anticipation for the next chapter. As Heartland Season 20 continues, one of the most anticipated elements would be the couple's preparation for their new life together. This season could focus heavily on the practical and emotional steps Amy and Nathan take as they plan their future, including settling into a new home, balancing responsibilities, and getting ready to welcome a baby. These preparations would allow the show to explore realistic, relatable challenges that many viewers could connect with. Amy, for instance, might struggle with letting go of the familiar comforts of Heartland Ranch. Every memory, every horse, and every corner of that land carries meaning, making the decision to move both difficult and emotional. Nathan's support, patience, and understanding would be a central theme here, reinforcing why fans have grown to admire him not just for his actions, but for the love and care he shows consistently. The dynamics between Amy, Nathan, and Lindy could take center stage as Season 20 unfolds. Lindy, adjusting to the idea of a new sibling, could experience a range of emotions: curiosity, excitement, and occasional uncertainty. These reactions would not only provide heartwarming moments, but also highlight the challenges of blending families and navigating change. The season might explore how Nathan slowly becomes an even more central figure in Lindy's life, demonstrating patience, kindness, and genuine interest in her happiness. The bond between them could deepen, showing that family is built through understanding, care, and shared experiences rather than just proximity or obligation. Heartland has always excelled in portraying the subtleties of human emotion, and Season 20 could continue this trend by exploring the small, meaningful moments that mark Amy and Nathan's journey toward parenthood. Scenes of shared laughter, quiet reflection, and tender gestures could emphasize how relationships are strengthened, not only through major events but through everyday interactions. Nathan helping with Lindy's routines, Amy preparing for the arrival of the baby, and their conversations about future hopes and fears could form the emotional backbone of the season, allowing viewers to feel the depth of their connection. The anticipation of a baby would be a continuous thread, building excitement and emotional engagement throughout the season. Other Heartland characters would also have their storylines woven seamlessly into the main narrative, providing additional depth and warmth. Jack, Lou, and the rest of the family could offer guidance, support, and comic relief when needed. Jack might mentor Dex in his responsibilities. River and Katie could showcase a matured, stable relationship, and Lou could focus more on family life, enjoying moments with loved ones rather than constant work pressures. These subplots would maintain the sense of a tight-knit community that has always been central to Heartland, reminding viewers that the show is about the interconnected lives of a family and friends rather than isolated storylines. A potential Season 20 trailer would likely highlight these interactions with careful pacing. Moments of joy, reflection, and anticipation could be shown through brief glimpses: Nathan preparing the nursery, Amy quietly considering the future, and Lindy reacting with excitement to the idea of a new sibling. The focus would be on emotion rather than dramatic events, making the trailer both engaging and heartfelt. This approach would resonate with longtime fans, who appreciate the series' attention to character development and realistic emotional arcs. Season 20 could also explore themes of trust, compromise, and growth in subtle ways. Amy and Nathan, while deeply in love, might face disagreements or uncertainties about their future, where to live, how to balance work and family, and how to navigate the emotional challenges that come with major life changes. These conflicts would feel natural and relatable, highlighting the reality that even strong, loving couples face obstacles. By portraying these struggles authentically, the season would reinforce the series' focus on personal growth and resilience, giving viewers moments to reflect on their own relationships and family dynamics. The anticipation of a baby could serve as both a source of joy and tension, creating a layered narrative. Nathan's excitement and occasional nervousness could contrast with Amy's more measured, reflective approach, providing opportunities for heartfelt dialogue and moments of connection. Lindy's reactions, ranging from curiosity to concern, would add another layer of realism, showing that family changes affect everyone differently. These emotional beats could drive much of the storytelling, making Season 20 engaging without relying on high-stakes drama or external conflicts. Ultimately, Heartland Season 20 could be a season about embracing change while honoring the past. Amy and Nathan's relationship, strengthened by trust, patience, and love, could evolve naturally as they prepare for marriage and parenthood. The show could celebrate milestones quietly yet powerfully, highlighting the beauty of everyday life, the significance of family, and the deep emotional bonds that define Heartland. This approach would allow viewers to feel fully invested in the characters' journeys, making each moment of joy, uncertainty, and anticipation meaningful. By focusing on family growth, emotional development, and realistic challenges, Season 20 could offer the perfect blend of warmth, suspense, and satisfaction. It could serve as a reflection of Heartland's long-standing themes, while also introducing new milestones that keep the story fresh and engaging. Amy, Nathan, and Lindy's journey would become a centerpiece, offering both emotional resonance and hope for the future. Meanwhile, secondary characters would continue to enrich the narrative, creating a harmonious balance between personal growth, family dynamics, and the anticipation of new beginnings. This season could ultimately remind viewers why Heartland has remained a beloved series. For nearly 2 decades, it celebrates love, resilience, and the beauty of life's everyday moments. Watching Amy and Nathan navigate their evolving relationship, prepare for parenthood, and build a shared future could be incredibly satisfying for fans, offering a sense of closure, hope, and emotional connection that few shows achieve. The anticipation of a baby, combined with the growth of each character, would make Season 20 both heartwarming and memorable, creating a season that feels like a natural continuation and a meaningful culmination of the story fans have followed for so long. As Heartland Season 20 moves toward its climax, the anticipation of Amy and Nathan starting a family could become the emotional centerpiece of the season. Every moment would likely be charged with a mix of excitement, anxiety, and hope, showing viewers that major life changes are both thrilling and challenging. Amy, as someone who has experienced love, loss, and motherhood, would face the delicate task of balancing her feelings about the past with the possibilities of the future. Nathan, stepping into fatherhood for the first time, would continue to demonstrate patience, care, and devotion, highlighting why he has become such a beloved character over the years. The season could use these personal journeys to create a narrative that feels grounded, heartfelt, and deeply relatable. Lindy's journey would continue to evolve in season 20, adjusting to the idea of a new sibling. She might experience moments of curiosity, excitement, and even doubt. The season could highlight how she learns to navigate this changing family dynamic, gradually accepting Nathan as a father figure while preparing emotionally for the arrival of a baby. This storyline would not only offer emotional depth, but also reinforce Heartland's long-standing focus on family bonds and growth. By showing Lindy's reactions and development, the series could appeal to audiences who appreciate the realistic portrayal of children adapting to major life changes. Secondary characters would remain an essential part of the season's narrative. Jack, Lou, and the rest of the Heartland community could provide guidance, support, and stability, ensuring that Amy and Nathan's journey is surrounded by a loving network. Jack might continue mentoring Dex, reinforcing lessons about responsibility and growth, while Lou could enjoy more family-centered moments, focusing on the people she loves rather than her work. River and Katie's storyline could also provide moments of lightheartedness and reflection, showing how long-term relationships can evolve in a positive and satisfying way. These subplots would complement the main narrative, creating a sense of continuity, warmth, and community that Heartland fans cherish. The possibility of Amy and Nathan having a baby would also introduce a powerful narrative of hope and renewal. A new child could symbolize a fresh start, the culmination of their journey together, and a tangible representation of love and resilience. Season 20 could explore how this impending addition affects their relationship, the decisions they make, and the ways they support each other through uncertainty and anticipation. Moments of quiet intimacy, shared laughter, and meaningful conversations could form the emotional core of the season, making viewers feel invested in their journey while reinforcing Heartland's reputation for heartfelt, character-driven storytelling. The trailer for Season 20 would likely tease these developments with subtle but emotionally charged imagery. Nathan preparing a nursery, Amy reflecting on their future, and Lindy interacting with her soon-to-arrive sibling could all serve as glimpses into a season defined by growth and love, rather than relying on high-stakes drama or external conflicts. The season could build tension and engagement through the anticipation of life changes, the emotional depth of character interactions, and the evolving dynamics within the Heartland family. These elements would keep audiences invested, while staying true to the series' core values of authenticity and emotional resonance. In addition to the personal growth of Amy, Nathan, and Lindy, Heartland Season 20 could emphasize the importance of family unity and support. The challenges and joys of welcoming a new baby could bring characters closer together, reinforcing the series' recurring theme that love and resilience are built through shared experiences. Every milestone, decision, and emotional revelation would highlight the interconnectedness of the Heartland community, reminding viewers why these characters have remained so beloved over the years. The season could balance moments of tenderness with realistic challenges, creating a narrative that feels both relatable and inspiring. Ultimately, Season 20 could serve as a celebration of Heartland's legacy. Amy and Nathan's journey, enriched by love, trust, and the anticipation of parenthood, would provide a satisfying continuation of the story, while honoring the series' long-standing themes. The emotional depth of the season, combined with the subtle exploration of family dynamics, personal growth, and life transitions, could make it one of the most meaningful and memorable installments of the series. Fans would witness characters they care about deeply embracing change, building a shared future and discovering new joys, creating a season filled with hope, heart, and fulfillment. As the series potentially moves toward its conclusion, Season 20 could offer a sense of closure while leaving space for excitement and possibility. Amy and Nathan stepping into marriage and parenthood would symbolize the natural progression of their story, giving audiences a meaningful payoff for years of investment in their lives. The narrative could focus on the quiet beauty of everyday moments, the joy of family milestones, and the resilience required to navigate life's changes. By staying true to Heartland's style of heartfelt, character-driven storytelling, Season 20 could honor the series' legacy while delivering a deeply satisfying and emotionally resonant chapter for fans to cherish. In conclusion, Heartland Season 20 could become a season defined by love, family, and growth. Amy and Nathan's journey toward marriage and welcoming a baby would serve as the emotional and narrative centerpiece, while Lindy and the supporting characters contribute depth, warmth, and continuity. The season could balance realistic challenges with moments of joy and reflection, creating a story that is relatable, heartfelt, and deeply satisfying. Through its focus on personal growth, family dynamics, and the anticipation of new beginnings, Season 20 could remind viewers why Heartland has remained a beloved series for nearly 2 decades, and why its legacy continues to resonate with audiences around the world.